All right, so let's continue our discussion on what's happening on the conflict between Israel and Iran.
Yeah, we finally got in touch with Yusek.
Yes, to give us updates. We are now joined by DFA Undersecretary Ed De Vega. Thank you for joining News and Views, Yusek. Yusek, can you hear us okay? Yusek, nakamute po ata kayo. Hello? We'll try to fix the audio of Yusek kasi yun nga, we need to know the details, diba? Ano yung updates dun sa ating mga Filipino workers doon.
Especially mga worried family members here in the Philippines.
And for those who want to be repatriated na, kasi may iba pa rin naman, while others would like to stay there, may iba pa rin naman na gusto din nilang umuwi dito.
We're just troubleshooting yung problem natin with the communication. But
Yusek, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, because we had an event here, so I'm only available now. And if you can see, I'm walking, but you can ask me. Is it about Israel?
Yeah. Yes, po. Yeah, thanks for taking it.
While I wait for a place to sit down, because I'm holding a cell phone.
No problem, and thank you so much for taking this call.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Opo, can you give us an update po? Can you give us an update po on the situation of the Filipinos in Israel and in Iran as well?
All right. Okay, the situation is there have been 46 Filipinos who have had their homes wrecked because of the missile attacks. 46. But out of the 40, they are not injured. The ones who na dinala sa ospital were 7, of which 5, awan ng Diyos, have been discharged. According to Philippine Ambassador Eileen Mendoza. 5 have been discharged. 2 are still in critical or semi-critical condition, and we hope for the best. We want to thank Israel because they're footing all the medical bills.
All right.
Now, next, there are about over 20 who have indicated their desire to transfer. By the way, for Filipinos who lose their homes, tinutulungan din ng Israelian. But in case they need shelter, we can shelter them at the embassy. As for the 21 and rising Filipinos who have indicated their desire to go home, well, since October 2023, nag-uuwi na tayo ng Filipino.
Right.
The DMW attaché there has been holding regular repatriation flights. Kasi nag-umpisa naman ng gulo na to, not just now, but when Israel and Gaza had their conflict starting in October, if you remember.
Yeah.
And hinikayat namin mga Pilipino to go home. So far, I think less than 2,000 have gone home since October 2023, but we'll work on it. Now, walang airport, but we can try the land border through Jordan. So we'll update you on that. And lastly, the Filipino community leaders are in touch with the embassy, and they know they could go for help if they need to. They are taking precautions. A lot of them are veterans of this. They are aware of this situation in Israel na palaging sinasalakay, and well, they are ready. They take precautions. We're asking the ambassador for recommendations. Kasi alert level 2 ang Israel, meaning bawal ang deployment. Alert level 3 means voluntary repatriation, nahihikayat na yung mga Pilipino to go home. Alert level 4, mandatory repatriation, meaning nobody should be there. Like Afghanistan is alert level 4. We're asking our ambassador kung nire-recommend niya to go up to alert level 3. Also in Iran, Iran has only 1,000 or 1,200 Filipinos. Almost every single one are married or children of Iranians, so they're not interested to go home. But if they have to go home, we have a contingency plan as well for them, and we'll work on it.
Yusek, doon po sa 5 na-discharge na po sa ospital na nabanggit nyo po, have they indicated interest of going home or they will opt to stay po?
I myself was posted to Israel. That was my first diplomatic assignment. Let me see now, almost 30 years ago. 25 years ago, I was a junior officer. I'm telling you, to tell the Filipinos in Israel, maybe it's time to go home. and live again in the Philippines. They don't like it because they love their life in Israel. So thank you then sa Israel. However, at that time, a peace process. When I was there was a peace process between them and the Palestinians. And now they are having serious conflicts with their neighbors. So if the embassy recommends that it's time to go home, I would like them to listen to it. And DMW naman on their part will make them salubong, and they have these reintegration programs, or they maybe help them be deployed in another country. Nevertheless, we want to assure Israel that we are appreciative that they are taking care naman of our OFWs there.
Yusek, based kasi sa pronouncement also ni President Donald Trump na in a interview somewhere na maybe they should fight it out a little. Ano po ang real situation on the ground? A lot of mga family members or kababayans here are quite worried for their loved ones, given yung sinabi ni President Trump na is not very reassuring. Do we see this as one of the regular conflicts? Do we see it escalating? Do we see it coming down?
The Philippines has called for de-escalation and return to peace. I mean, hindi Israel, of course, Israel and Iran are not talking, but Iran and the U.S. were engaged in some talks.
Yes.
All right. So what's happening is this. Yung mga kamag-anak pala, they're not contacting us. But if you want to contact the government, try the OWA hotline number 1348.
Okay.
1348 to ask about your kamag-anak. But then again, the internet is working naman. You can contact your kamag-anaks there as well. Now, going back to the political situation. Look, we all know President Trump as his style of leadership. I think we Filipinos have seen that kind of leadership in the presidency before. Yeah. And kasama dyan is, gulat, ganyan.
Yes.
But the latest word is that the Iranians, through Arab contacts, are trying to reach out to Washington because Iran, and we're still trying to get confirmation, absolutely this, is now indicating to the U.S. that they would like to go back to negotiating table about their nuclear arsenal, meaning their nuclear capability. Yun ang issue, di ba?
Yes.
And they are willing to be flexible, whatever that means, which means, well, they are being affected. So, because Israel has been very precise in their attacks, they have not aimed at indiscriminately to fire at human civilians. That's why walang gusto umuwi. But they have managed to destroy or damage a lot of Iranian, yung sinasabi ng Israel na gagawin nila, yung mga installations, and especially, they've even killed some Iranian high officials or military officials. So maybe, let's go hope that tagang
Yusek?
Nawawala
si Yusek.
Oo. Interesting kasi sinasabi niya na medyo naging successful ng Israel in targeting Yusek.
Yusek, can you hear us?
The US will join Israel.
Medyo nawawala si Yusek.
Nawala.
Yusek? Yusek, can you hear us okay now?
Can you see me again?
We can see you.
But we can hear you now.
Yes.
Okay, po.
Can you hear
me?
me?
Yes, po. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, po.
You were saying Yusek.
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay po, go ahead.
Nawala.
Nawala ulit yung signal.
Anyway,
kasi nasa event daw si Yusek.
The Yusek was saying something interesting na Iran has requested Washington to go back to the negotiating table because Israel has been successful in targeting integral parts of their military components and also killed high-ranking leaders. So that means without affecting civilians, Israel is succeeding in precise attacks. So parang they want
yung Iron Dome nga parang na...
No, but we're talking about Israel is succeeding. Iron Dome is on the Israel side.
Yes, on the Israel side. But yun nga, sinasabi natin, last year, they were talking about releasing hostages already tapos ngayon ulit ganito yun nangyayari.